Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This is me, Tech75 or Daddy Haiku on Discord, and I'm going to make a video on how to use Professor X. So let's first do a quick run through of his abilities. I'm just going to summarize everything really quickly. There's so much to read, and it's way too much to read. Anyway, so let's ignore the dupe ability because most of you don't have him duped. So his first medium attack is the only basic attack that makes contact with the opponent, and all of his attacks deal energy damage. So I think the first hit of his special 2 is also contact. So everything else is non-contact and it's energy damage. So he can counter Korg, Psychic Thorns, Electro, and yeah. Immune to reverse controls due to his mastery over telepathy. He can counter Grandmaster, Emma Frost, Delirium nodes, special Chaos Inversion. Falter mechanic, I use this a lot to increase my channeling charges. So if you're gonna get hit by a basic attack, then instead of getting hit, you'd falter. You put a miss debuff on them, the falter debuff, and they'd miss. And this has a 20-second cooldown, but for every attack that you dex, then you reduce the cooldown by 1 second. So that'll be useful for stun immune matchups. If you can't parry heavy, then you have to falter and heavy counter, or heavy counter special attacks or other heavy attacks. And yeah, so persistent combo, his cerebro charges, you can get a maximum of 4. He starts with 1 and he gains 1 every time he wins a fight, and they increase the potency of his synergies, which I will not go through today because this is entirely focused on Professor X gameplay. So channeling. So Professor X channels his telepathic abilities, gaining 10 channeling charges per second at the end of his special 1 and 2 attacks, and while charging his heavy attack. So this is your main source. This is what you should be building throughout the fight constantly. And yeah, when power burner drained, lose 50% channeling charges. Do not bring up against a tech champion. You will do 0 damage. Like you won't have any channeling charges to get into mind control, and it's a mess. And while you're at 25 charges and above, then you completely bypass miss and evade if they're not a tech champion. So this is really useful against spider champions if you don't have a Nick Fury, Stealth Suit Spider-Man, or any good evade counter. He's really good for miss as well, for those really annoying nodes where miss is included. While you're at 50 and above channeling charges, you can use a 4th light attack to use inflict mind control on the opponent, which is one of his main sources of damage. And while activating a special attack with 100 of them, you automatically inflict mind control. And you should always aim to launch your special attacks at 100, and not just at 50 plus. And so channeling, I'll go through it really quickly. If you complete your channeling, let's say after special 1 you just stay still and you complete it, then you gain a special 1 and special 2. You can gain plus 10 channeling charges, or if you cancel it by releasing the heavy attack. So charging the heavy attack will increase your channeling charges, and if you release it, whether it hits of them or not, you're going to gain 10 extra channeling charges, and this makes the miss and evade counter very accessible at the beginning of the fight. You can cancel channeling by blocking, charging a heavy attack, using a light attack, medium, or a special attack, and this will come into play after you get into mind control and want to build prowess with the special attacks. And if you cancel it by dashing backwards, you're going to refresh the duration of all prowess effects on Professor X, which are his main source of damage. The big yellow numbers come from the special 2 and special 1, so you want to make sure you're always refreshing them if they're about to expire, so that you don't lose all your damage that you've worked really hard for. Mind control. Mind control is a state you can put the opponent in, and they're power locked, and they can't use any special attacks during this phase, so you can spam specials until they die. And when you're launching a special attack for the entire duration of it, then the mind control is paused. And during mind control, all his special attacks are unblockable and cost 70% less power. So if you launch a special 3, you can launch a special 2, another special 2, and then maybe 2 or 3 special 1s before the mind control exits if you're at 100 channeling charges. And yeah, just don't use them against tech champions, or else you're going to reduce this duration, reduce this power, power saving by 40%. And that's it basically. So special attack 1, you gain 25% channeling, 25 charges, sorry, not percent, 25 channeling charges upon activation, which is really nice if you want to build an instant evade counter, or you can just do heavy spam method like I do. Special attack 2 will deal extra energy damage on the last 3 hits with his 4 katanas that he launches at you in the air, and this does scale with prowess. So as you build more prowess, the energy damage will be insane. and this doesn't count as a critical hit, so like against critical abilities it doesn't affect it much. Special attack 3, you gain a prowess buff for each cerebral charge, which is the persistent charge I told you about earlier, and these increase your special attack damage by 60% in the last 40 seconds, which is a bit longer than the usual prowess he gets from canceling his channeling charges. And you can max gain 4 of these. Just like you can only gain 4 cerebral charges. And yes, let's do one fight. So I'm gonna show you the most optimal way to use him in longer fights. So first you want to charge your heavies. You can see that cooldown. Oops, I missed a parry. You can see that cooldown, and you see the power drain. Yeah, it took out some of my channeling charges, which is quite annoying. And as you can see there, he faltered, so that's really nice. A good safety mechanic if you mess up like I did just there. So the main objective here is you want to get to 100 channeling charges, and you want to get to special 2 as you're starting out the ramp up of Professor X. Helps him a lot. You can just spam heavies. His block proficiency is insanely high, so as you can see, I'm doing a lot of perfect blocks. It's probably to compensate for his really low base health. He doesn't have much health, but he has insane amounts of attack, which is why he's got good prestige as well. I think 30th best prestige, which is not the greatest, but it helps. And I'm going to cancel my heavy attack channeling with a special attack, which will give me an extra prowess. And I have 1 cerebral charge on me right now, so I'm going to exit the special 3 with 2 prowess. And this is probably the most effective way to start gaining prowess. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of damage already. You can cancel the channeling with this medium attack. And you can see channeling, I cancel with the medium attack, and I go instantly into an unblockable special 1. I do it again. For some reason, it's like they're really susceptible to intercepts. Just there, I got it right on time. And there I cancel it with a block, so I got an extra channeling charge as well. And I want to refresh these soon because they're about to expire. So I'm going to build right under a special 2, launch a special 1, and then with the channeling, I'm going to cancel with the dash back animation, which will refresh all my prowess. As you can see, they're all refreshed over there. It's really nice to have. And I'm going to just hold my heavy, wait for him to falter, and then I can gain up to 100 charges back again. Oops, I dashed in a bit too early there. And yeah, you don't always have to launch special 3. It's not really necessary. You can go straight into a special 2 like I'm about to go in here. I'm already at 100, so it's pretty safe and I can just spam another one. I gain another prowess. I'm gonna dash back here to refresh my prowess. I don't know why I didn't refresh them. There, I refreshed it now. So now we're at 7 prowess again, and I can launch a quick light attack whiff, and then I get 8. And yeah, 1 more special 2 cycle with mind control should finish the job here. So I'm going to reparry because the dupe ability allows him to gain more prowess potency for like the more power he has, then I gain more prowess potency, is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna cancel the light attack, and then we'll boom for 30,000, and he is dead. Alright, so that wasn't the most efficient way, but that is one way to play him. Just stack his prowess a lot. That took 106 hits, not too bad. And I'll do one more fight with him to show a bit of more quick gameplay. So these are pretty beefy fights, 546 health, 1000 health, and it's not anywhere near Labyrinth or Abyss health pools, but this is probably the type of health pools you'll encounter in Act 6, Act 7, against certain bosses. And yeah, maybe side content as well. I've used him in a lot of side quests, and he works really well there. A lot of damage, a lot of block proficiency, very sustainable. And if you bring along like a Magneto or an Archangel, then he really helps them with his synergies. So, great champion to have. So here you can see that I'm getting a lot of bonus charges really quickly, and that bonus charge is me launching the heavy attack. So holding it will channel, as I'll show you here, and releasing it will give you bonus 10 charges, but I'm already at the max amount of charges. And here I'm going to cancel channeling with the special 3. It'll give me another prowess, so I'm going to exit the special 3 with 3 prowess, 2 from the cerebral charges, as you can see up there in my, in the left hand corner, and 1 from the canceling. So we're gonna go dash in straight into a special 2. You want the first hit to hit ideally. It didn't hit there, which is a shame. But yeah, it's unblockable. They can't do anything about it. They can't launch special attacks. Somehow that launched the miss mechanic, and that stunned me. Okay, here I'm going to just block and then get an extra prowess. Oops. That was not very nice. Oop, okay. I'm going to just... Yeah, I'm going to refresh the prowess here. I'm about to lose it all. The dash back. Yeah, that was really... I don't know why I died there, why I got hit, but it happens. I'm not that good of a player. So I'm going to get right under a special 3 and then launch special 2. As you can see, the damage just keeps on increasing. It's insane how good this guy is with his damage output. I just nuked down so much of her health. I refreshed the prowess there. I canceled China with the medium, get another prowess. Now we're at 10, and one more special 1 with a critical hit should demolish her. So let's see. So I'm going to wait until I get above 50, and then I'm going to manually activate it, just in case I don't kill. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should kill. And yeah, as you can see, those are crazy numbers on Professor X. And yeah, that's his ideal rotation. So you want to build channeling charges, launch special attacks, spam them if you must. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's Professor X gameplay and showcase. And I hope you learned something about how to use him.